Hello.
Hello, Professor Lou. We are going to go ahead and get started. I'll start sharing my screen.
Okay, great. Yep. And Angela, if you could take a look at my email. Right, thank you.
All right. So hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Julie Leggett, and I am Director for the Graduate Recruitment and Marketing here in the Engineering School at USC. I want to, first of all, congratulate each and every one of you for being admitted. You have been admitted to the Daniel J. Epstein Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering. And all of you have been more specifically admitted to the engineering management program. So we'll specialize our focus on that. It's very special program. And I always, like our engineering management students, I feel like you have a really good balance of your soft social skills and then your hard technical skills. You guys contribute so much to our community. So really, really happy and excited to have you here, and hopefully we'll see you in the fall. But I'm just excited to share our University of Southern California, with you, and more specifically the Viterbi School of Engineering. So welcome. This is our school, Tommy Trojan, right smack in the middle. If you've been to campus, it's a wonderful spot. We've tried to include some pictures of campus throughout this presentation. So if you haven't been here, you'll have a chance to see some of the spots around campus. Um, so this is a big time for you. You're probably, trying to decide if USC is going to be the right place to pursue your graduate education. You probably have a couple of other choices too. And so when we talk to students about, what considerations lead them to make their decision, these are the things that we mostly hear. They want to consider the academic environment, the resources at that institution, and the support that they're going to receive. Location is also a big part of their decision-making process. They want to think about their career goals after they complete the program and how everything aligns. And then also the strength of the alumni network. So we believe that USC is a really strong institution for these things. And so we'll go over a couple of these. And hopefully by the end of today's webinar, you'll have a better feeling of where you might want to go. Specifically about the Viterbi School of Engineering, we have a huge alumni network, over 96,000 alumni worldwide. I can attest to that every time I'm at an airport wearing my USC sweater. I can be in Greece, I can be in Brazil, but I'll always get a fight on. So that's really special. We have over 183 million annual research expenditures. And why that's important, even if you are not planning to do research during your master's program, research is really important because it drives the curriculum. It is going to spill over into the seminars that you attend. It's going to influence the jargon that you're able to speak when you're in interviews and you're talking with prospective employers. So it's actually a really important part of our institution, and it will have an impact on you and the exposure that you have and the possibilities that you have in front of you too. If you believe and are excited about rankings, we're ranked 15th. Um, and then we have almost 200 tenure track faculty, founded in 1905, so pretty established engineering program. And then our female to male ratio is just above the national average with 32% female. So we're pretty proud of that, and of course wanting to get that even higher. But our applicants come from over 113 countries around the world. So we are a really diverse ecosystem here. Um, Anyone that you would like to meet, you can meet them here. And if you're from, anywhere around the world looking to find and connect with someone from your home, you probably will find them here. Our master students are primarily on campus, with 83% of students being on-campus students. And then we have a smaller percentage, 17%, that pursue their program online from different places. But our online and on-campus students are fully integrated into classrooms. They'll be on a team together on projects and courses. So it's really a very fluid and similar experience. We're really excited. So a couple years ago, Dean of the School of Engineering, Dean Yortzis, coined this term, Engineering Plus. And really what that means is that engineering can be a catalyst for other technologies, other industries, meaning that, engineering can enhance medicine, it can enhance dance, it can enhance business, it can enhance social work and policy. It really is limitless to the aspects. And so we're really excited because the school and our president of USC has really also seen this vision. And we have this $1 billion initiative for the School of Advanced Computing. So this is going to be housed in our Thomas Lord Department of Computer Science and our Ming Hsieh Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. And what this is it's taking concepts like quantum computing and artificial intelligence and machine learning and blockchain and computing with ethics. And it's really integrating it into all the curriculum here at the engineering school, but not only at the engineering school, but at our broader USC. So you will see machine learning and artificial intelligence in the curriculum for your courses if you take them at the School of Business in Marshall. And other places on campus. So this really is a cool endeavor that our school has initiated and plans to really progress. So we are located in Los Angeles, California. As I mentioned, location is a big part of your decision making when choosing where to pursue your graduate degree. You can see from the picture on the left that we are very close to what we call Silicon Beach because, like Silicon Valley, it has a lot of the tech companies. They have satellite companies here in our beach area. And then you can see these red circles, ISI and ICT. These are USC locations right in the smack middle of Silicon Beach. So our Institute for Creative Technologies, our Information Sciences Institute, ISI, are right there. And we have shuttles from campus that go there back and forth throughout the day. Our students do research at these buildings. And it's just a really great hub for innovation and technology. And then on the right, you can see we are about a mile away from downtown Los Angeles and LA Live. We are 20 minutes away from the beaches, about 20 minutes away from the Hollywood Hills. So we're very centrally located. It's beautiful, and you don't really have to think about, planning, when am I going to run my errands? When am I going to go to the grocery store? When am I going to be able to hike? Because you can do it pretty much every day. The weather's beautiful. More about Los Angeles and our location. So we are a short walk from the Coliseum, which is right across the street. We have a couple of museums, the Natural History Museum, the California Science Center, the African American Museum, all right across the street, the Shrine Auditorium for concerts. And then about 50 cents away on the F dash, you can go up to LA Live, see the Walt Disney Concert Hall, so everything in downtown. And then lots of places to eat, Chinatown, Little Tokyo, Olvera Street. And then within 15 miles, if you happen to have a car or if you're using the metro station or metro system, you can get to Santa Monica Pier and Venice Beach. You can get to Hollywood and Universal Studios. And lots of people go to Griffith Park, not just for hiking, but to actually go to the observatory. So really great central location we are here in USC. So at USC, you also have a lot of opportunities for professional development. We mentioned that careers are a big part of why you might choose to come to USC. So we have a central career center at USC, but as Viterbi students, as engineering students, we have Viterbi Career Connections, which provides opportunities specifically for our engineering students. So Viterbi Gateway is the portal where you're going to find all the job listings for the companies that are really hiring specifically for engineering students. We have career expos twice a year. We have signature events, we have Trojan Talks, we have companies that come in and will look over your resume and do mock interviews with you. So you're hearing it specifically from these recruiters and these employers. There's a lot of advising, there's a lot of career exploration. So even if you do not know yet what you want to do when you graduate, there's people that will help you to make those decisions. And just a lot of different boot camps and tools for you to use so that your resume and your cover letter are going to be sharp. You're going to be fully equipped to land the perfect job that you want to land afterwards. And then student life, right? You want to make sure that you're going to a place where you're going to be supported and that you're going to have lots to do. Maybe you were very active in your undergraduate institution and you want to be just as active, or maybe you weren't active in your undergrad institution and you want a chance to get involved. USC has something to get involved with every single day if that's what you want to do. I encourage you to manage your time when you're here, but there is lots to do. We have Engage SC, which is the platform where you're going to find all the different activities on campus. We have many different seminars and chats. We have the Viterbi Graduate Student Association, which is kind of like student government specifically for our engineering students. They're a group of about 60. They plan events for the school, and they also are big advocates for our school too. So in the students in their departments. So things like accessibility and making sure that we have all of the doors are ADA compliant, or making sure that our women's restrooms have menstrual products and things like that. I mean, they're really big advocates for the students at our school. So lots to get involved with. And I think the Viterbi School alone has about 100 student organizations. And then, of course, there's over 1,000 at USC campus wide. Aside from student organizations, we are a big football school and a big sports school. So tailgates are also a big part of student life. You have to do it at least once. If you didn't come from a football undergraduate institution, there's nothing like it. So I heavily encourage that. We also have a lot of startup endeavors. If you want to see an idea go from just a thought all the way to getting that VC startup money and bringing it to the market. We have lots of different resources, student competitions, and everything to help you with those endeavors. Wellness is a big part of our campus life. We have a wellness director here at the engineering school that's specifically for our engineering students, but lots of just wellness and well-being activities to keep our students balanced. So lots to get into. Your safety, of course, is a priority for us. We have our Department of Public Safety, we call them DPS, which patrols our campus 24/7 and the surrounding area. So you can see in this pink zone is the area they patrol, and our university is towards the southern part of that map. We have a partnership with Lyft that gives our students free Lyft rides after 6 p.m. and before 6 a.m. So no need to walk around. You can Lyft. But of course, we'll have time at the end of this webinar to kind of talk to students, and you can ask them, I'll ask them for you about, the safety around campus. And we have a USC safety app too, so you can, make sure that your friends get to their location okay. You can report something. Lots of good alerts, if there's an area that there's some traffic or something, we'll get an alert and we'll know to stay away from that area. So safety is a big priority for us at USC. And then we hear, students that are ready to commit or maybe have committed that they want to know about housing. So we do have some limited graduate housing at USC. There's also a lot of residential areas around the campus that our students, our master students, live in. And then if you have a car or maybe want to live by the rail system, you might want to look at downtown Los Angeles, Koreatown, Culver City. These are not too far and easy to get to campus. I actually recommend living pretty close to campus your first year. There's always lots of fun things to do on campus, be it free food or concerts or fun events. So you don't want to be too far. Okay, so the sooner you submit that statement of intent that you're going to come to USC, the sooner you can take advantage of resources. So we have some pre-orientation resources available. You can also join our mentorship program and get advice from students that have been where you are, that know what it's like to come to a new school, know what it's like to be uprooted from, across the United States, across the world. Um, and you can ask them about, why they made the choices that they made and if they would do anything different and what advice they have for you. They can tell you about their favorite classes and their favorite professors. You can connect with your department. So there's going to be academic webinars letting you know how to register and things like that. And then exploring housing options. So there's housing.usc.edu where you can find the graduate housing, but you wouldn't be able to obtain the housing if you're not enrolled yet or certified yet. Okay, and so most people are asking, what's the deadline that I have to certify by? So it's coming up April 15th for most of you. You can find your specific deadline on your USC portal. Once you click on I want to certify my intent to enroll, you'll see your deadline there. So for most of you, it's April 15th, but just in case a few of you might have different deadlines, please check your portal. And please, if you are an international student, get started on the Trojan International to submit your financial documents. This will help to get the I-20 process started because you don't want to wait until the last minute. You want to make sure that that you get that process started so you can schedule your visa appointments, but you can learn more with the QR code. And lastly, I think if you still have lingering questions after this webinar, we have a group of student ambassadors that would love to talk to you and answer any questions you might have. So you can scan the QR code and go to the page. You can filter by students within the engineering management program. You can filter by students from your hometown. And then maybe just talk to, students that have nothing in common with you, but you want to, talk and ask them questions about their favorite places to eat, their favorite places to study. You can definitely do that. Our students would love to chat with you and kind of share their experiences with you. And so you can contact us if I haven't answered your questions. We do have some of my colleagues that are here that can be available answering your questions in the chat. But if you don't feel comfortable, you can also email us at viterbi.gradadmission@usc.edu. So I will now turn things over to Professor Liu, who will give you more of an insight into the engineering management program.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let me see.
Right. So I think my audio should be good now, I hope.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. So let me make sure I can get back to. Yeah, I've had my apologies. I'm having an issue with my computer. Uh, I'm actually using my cell phone. So let me see what I can do here. Give me one quick second. Right. But while I'm setting things up, a couple of things that I think is noteworthy here, or at least I think it's important for us to understand. One of the things is what I'm kind of finding out is, as a graduate student, you're with us, for two years, maybe two and a half, um, and time flies. So if you're interested in, joining a specific uh, group or wanting to have information about specific things that you're interested in, um, I would say, don't wait, right? Kind of, if you're interested in something, don't wait. Kind of start as quickly as you can, or get involved as quickly as you can, so that you can kind of get involved and get into the things that you're interested in doing. Uh, let me, can you see my screen now? I think we're
Yes, I
in
can see
business.
it.
Yes.
I hope. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So let me go ahead and start here. And again, I'll kind of walk you through it real quick. Now, I've identified two individuals that I think is very important as you vent to.
Oh, Professor Liu, I believe you're muted.
So he's using audio from his cell phone, and I think that might have been an issue.
Let me see if I can help him out. Uh,
In the second floor. So again, I wanted to very quickly introduce them to you because I know that they could be they could be a tremendous help to you as you start to get into our program. Okay, so I'm going to be talking a little bit about the Viterbi School and the Master of Engineering Management program, and then we'll kind of have a Q&A if you have any questions. And then also Gargi is going to talk a little bit about EMSA and what that is. All right. So real quick, in the Viterbi School, we have 8 academic departments. We have quite a few academics and faculty. And then right now, our student population is about 2,800 undergrad and about more than 6,000 graduate students. As you see, you all represent a huge chunk of our student body. And then we certainly are doing quite a bit of research, and that's one of the things that many people are interested in. We do have 35 plus research centers, and we actually have more than $200 million in research expenditures annually. So there's quite a bit of opportunities there. Now, in terms of our department, meaning Viterbi, okay, it's very interesting. We are the first department in the Viterbi School of Engineering to be named Daniel Epstein. And it's the second ISE department in the entire nation to be named. So I think those are pretty interesting facts. And in terms of faculty, we have 19 tenured or tenure track members with primary appointments. We have 8 teaching faculty members, 3 research faculty members, and then we have 3 joint appointments. 3 are tenure faculty and 2 that are teaching faculty. And then we also have 7 courtesy faculty appointments as well. So there's quite a few faculty around, and as you go into the various classes, you'll be meeting and introduced to some of the faculty, and then hopefully you'll get to build relationships with us and kind of have sometimes what I say is once you're with us, you're with us for your lifetime, and then you come back and even chat with us and keep us updated on things that you're doing. Okay. So the enrollment center for Daniel J. Epstein department, we have 200 undergrads, 850 master students, and they are in a variety of programs. Engineering management is one of the larger ones. And I think right now we probably have about 250 to 300. Okay. And then we also have 300 PhD students. Okay. Now, this is an interesting slide to look at, and most people will say, "What do I need to graduate?" Right, and this is it. So if you take a look at this, you need a minimum 28 credits to graduate, and you can see that there are 4 what we call required classes that you must take, which is the ISC 500, statistics, 515, engineering, project management, 455, leading and managing engineering teams, and then 561, which is the economic analysis of engineering projects. And then you see the next block there, and you're required to take one. So you can take the CE 576, or the ISE 501, 545, or the 585. All of these are classes that are kind of meant to get you focused a bit more on technology, a bit more on the management of technology and the development of technology into sometimes what we call innovative new products. And sometimes we actually say, well, we need to be coming up with what we call game-changing innovative products, and how that really can sometimes is, well, what makes a meaningful development? What is a meaningful product? Well, one that is a game changer, right? And then you also have some elective options, either 8 or 9 units. So, and again, typically, if you're looking at electives, right, this is where, you might want to spend some time with David or Alex talking about, hey, you know what, my interest is here, or my interest is here. Where do you think I can go to do that? Or what would may be a way to fulfill, those elective requirements? Okay. And then we also have two emphasis tracks. One is management, the other one is supply chain. And as you can see, this now kind of turns a little bit, or gives you a bit more focus, if you will. So if you're in the management track, you'll also then be looking at CE 502, which is construction, accounting, finance, and strategy, and lean and quality management. Or if you're looking into supply chain operations, then you'll be looking at inventory systems, advanced production planning, and then enterprise-wide information systems. Those would be the ones that you may be focusing on. And we do have people that are actually focused on supply chain, and we also have people that are focusing on management as well. And then lastly, you can have a custom track where you can come up with, okay, well, can I take, a class from here and a class from here? So all of those things would be things that you can discuss with us, and specifically with David and Alex. Okay. We also offer what we call the dual degree programs. And then you can have a dual degree and have a MS in engineering management, and then also acquire or get your aerospace engineering or mechanical engineering or electrical engineering degree. If you do that, you're going to be with us a bit longer, right? And we do have students that are with us a bit longer. And as you can see, the units increases from 28 to now 46 or 48. So if you are interested, right, you must meet the admissions requirements for both the Department of Industrial Engineering, and then the engineering management components, and the corresponding department that you would be interested in. So if you're interested in maybe going down this path, you can see the link on the bottom. You can click on that, and then I'll give you a bit more information. Okay, so here is a list of some companies that have hired our graduates. This is just a short list, and I mean, there's a whole lot more. And again, many of our graduates, they focus on supply chain. They focus on maybe product development, maybe project management and program management, and even looking into going into business as a business analyst, or even going into becoming looking into managers and engineering managers and things of that nature. So there's a variety of jobs, if you will, or job titles that you may be interested in, and kind of moving in. But many of these companies are actually, looking for those types of jobs, or looking for those people that can fill those roles. Okay, so I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to let Gargi talk about the Engineering Management Student Association.
Hello everyone, I'm Gargi. I'm an engineering management student. I came in fall of 22 and this is my last semester. I almost graduated in a month now. It's been an exciting journey so far, but I'm here to talk about Engineering Management Student Association with y'all. This is a student association that started back in 2012 and it's been near about 12 years now. It was recently resurrected. Can we go to the next slide, Professor? And this is a student association by the engineering management students for the engineering management students. As everybody knows that not just in engineering management, but in all walks of engineering, it's definitely really important to network, talk to people. But for us engineering managers specifically, it's a bit more important that you know what is happening in all walks of engineering. So here we connect with our fellow engineers. We have alumni who come in and talk to us. We have industry people who know what is happening today in the industry so that we get insight into what is happening and which prepares us for our journey into the industry. And you're already one of us. Once you register to be an engineering management student, you're already a part of the Engineering Management Student Association. Second semester onwards, you can also apply to be on the board for the association. And I'm happy to answer any questions you might have for us. Thank you so much.
Great.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Gargi.
Yeah, thank you, Gargi. And again, like I say, this EMSA is a very unique organization or student association because it's only for engineering management program students. So it's kind of like our own club, if you will. But it's pretty cool. I think it's really I think it's really something that's very unique, and and we have a kind of a supporter that actually funds this EMSA program year after year after year. So again, it's kind of a very unique program to have. Okay, so I think that's the end of our presentation. And if anybody have any questions or things that we can maybe help with.
Yeah, maybe I'll just ask Gargi a little bit more about student life, so students can get an idea of what campus life is like for an engineering management student. So Gargi, if
Mhm.
you can just tell us, what do you think makes this program a differentiator, and what has been your experience in your classes?
Oh, definitely. So I've had friends from almost all engineering departments and majors for that matter, and I see that their courses are really demanding in terms of coursework. But the courses at engineering management are designed as such that it gives a good balance between coursework and also leaves you plenty of time to talk to people in terms of networking, in terms of researching. You mentioned previously that research is really important. And it is not just if you want to be a research person moving forward in life, but also it makes good talking points. It gives you good insights into into your future roles. So yeah, I think it leaves me a lot of time for researching into things, talking to people, networking.
Yeah. So aside from ESMA, are there any EMSA, sorry, are there any other student organizations or things on campus that you've been able to get into?
Definitely. I'm a part of VGSA, which you mentioned previously, Vitobi Graduate Student Association. I'm the senator for the ISE department. Initially, when I came into the States for my master's, it was really difficult for me to understand what ISE is and what engineering management is. So, just a brief insight into what ISE is. So ISE is Industrials and Systems Engineering, under which the engineering management program is going to be housed. So you are the students on call today are going to be a Masters in Engineering Management students housed under the Industrials and Systems Engineering Department. So I am a senator for ISE, and I'm also involved with a club called Product SC, which is housed under Marshall School of Business. So there is no restriction as to you can only be a part of club which is in the engineering school. You can also be a part of a club which is in the School of Business, School of Public Policy. So, yeah.
Thanks. So maybe more about housing. I feel like this is a really big concern for incoming students about how to find housing. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience finding housing?
Oh, it was a really funny experience. I must share this. This was really difficult being an international student, being so far away and just looking at houses online. And there were so many people making me aware of don't fall for scams, and it was anxiety-inducing journey all throughout. But there were some things that I kept in my mind while looking for houses. One, if it's too cheap, it's a red flag. Two, it should essentially be on the north of the campus, but not a hard and fast rule. A bit of the west is fine too, a bit to the east is good too, a bit to the south, not too much. There's a DPS zone and a lift zone around the campus, which is 2 miles. The houses within these are pretty safe, and I would definitely suggest going for any of the houses which are around the campus. I personally did not go for the campus housing, did not apply for it, but I have friends who did. And there's going to be information in emails pretty soon about the on-campus housing if it has not already been sent around.
Thank you. Yes, absolutely. This is, I think, one of the emails that gets sent out as soon as students do say that they're coming. We
Uh-huh.
kind of provide them with more information about housing. Um, can you tell students about, safety and just maybe your experiences?
Being aware is really important. Being aware of your surrounding is really important. Uh, Environments are definitely different from what they were for me back home. Uh, I did not have an incident per se, but I have had friends who have expressed concerns about it. But rest assured, there has been constant patrol of TPS, the yellow jackets in the evening, and in cases of any minor convenience, you call the campus security, the Department of Public Security, and they are here, public safety, and they are here within like 5 minutes.
Yeah. So I think just emphasizing, keeping, aware of your surroundings. Theft is really big. So, having your items on you, not leaving them when you go to the restroom or, even walking with your head down in your cell phone. Cell phones can get taken. So be aware of your surroundings. I think is a really good tip. It's a metropolitan city. There's lots of different people around. It's not just college students, right? Um, all right. What advice would you give to students, coming in?
Um, so it's definitely a lot different than your undergrad or bachelor school. You definitely have to give your coursework the time that it deserves. Apart from that, you definitely have to also give time for things that you want for yourself and you're not getting from the courses that you're taking. Like if you want to land a job in like 9 months that you're here, because international students can only start working off campus 9 months after they're here, you have to go to the career connections and get your resume reviewed, craft your resume, network, reach out to people on LinkedIn, get in touch with alumni, talk to your faculty. That is one thing. Second thing would be going to the office hours. Office hours are highly underrated, I feel. It's really important to talk to your TAs and your faculty. If you're having doubts, do not be shy. Probably 10 other people have the same doubt. And even if they don't, that doesn't mean that you were wrong or, you lack something. that only means that you're understanding things better. So definitely ask your professors and TAs any doubts that you may have. And don't be afraid to explore. It's really important. You're only going to be here for 24 months, give or take, with vacations and all of that. So don't be scared to explore, ask questions, and don't be scared. I think that I'm telling this more to myself, don't be scared, but don't be scared.
I think my final question, Gargi, is, what have been some of the highlights for you?
Oh, there have been so many. Recently, the Engineering Management Student Association had a retreat. We were discussing the game plan for next year, and we were on a retreat to Manhattan Beach. That was a really nice highlight. Last year, BGSA had an event um for the ISC students. It was a game night. That was another highlight. I have made a lot of connections with the VACE office. VACE is Viterbi Admissions and Student Engagement, not just the student engagement part, but also with Julie's team, which is admissions and marketing. And that has given me a lot of insights into how things work. I've taken classes from Marshall, which were focused in marketing, and I had never done marketing before. And I have realized how much I liked it. So that has been another highlight. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing just so openly and generously with the students that are here. I am going to start looking at the chat, and if there's anything that we can answer out loud, I hope to answer that. I see the first one, when will I receive a scholarship acceptance DocuSign? If you have been offered a scholarship, you should receive it this week. And if you are wondering if you have been accepted for a scholarship, unfortunately, if you haven't heard anything by now, chances are you have not been selected for an award. Someone's asking about they deferred and something is not showing right in their portal. Please just email us at viterbi.gradadmission@usc.edu and we'll try to help you out there. Is there a chance to extend your deadline to accept? Again, email us, viterbi.gradadmission@usc.edu.
Oh, quick thing, Julie. Actually, for extensions for deadlines and other questions, they should actually use the form instead. I'll put that into the chat.
Thanks, Ray. So again, I have a support system here on this webinar, and you will have a support system here as well. How to be considered for graduate assistantships. So our teaching assistantships and research assistantships are reserved for PhD students only. Our PhD students have unionized, and so these specific positions can only be for PhD students. As a master's student, you can be a course producer, which is a paid position for a class. You can also, ask a faculty member if you can do research in their lab. Sometimes those can be paid positions. Oftentimes they're voluntary positions. We have lots of student worker positions on campus. So there's a lot of different opportunities for you, but graduate assistantships are not available for master students because our PhD students are unionized. Any
Uh,
other questions? Yeah.
Julie, can engineering management students TA now as for the updated rules and regulations?
Yeah, so they wouldn't be called a TA, but they would perform a lot of responsibilities like a TA, but they would be called course producers. I believe graders is the term reserved for undergraduate students. So there's different terminology, a little bit different responsibilities, but the positions are there. We have heard that sometimes our master students also get positions, helping with courses in other schools like the Marshall School of Business. So
Yes.
you can also look without further than the Viterbi School. I see a hand raised. Davika, I'll try to unmute your microphone. Let's see.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. So I wanted to ask about these TA positions and other positions where we can apply for. Where do we get the notification? Like, is there a vacancy or not? How do we apply for it? And is it like available for us to apply now before coming to US?
Thanks for your question. So, most of the time, these positions will be emailed out by the departments. So that is going to be the primary way that you're going to receive these notifications. And because of that, you probably won't receive anything until you are a current student. Most of the time, you do need to show that you have done well in the course. So taking the course and then, being in that position for the following semester, the faculty member feels confident in you. But that's not always the case. You can ask to be, to help in that classroom without having taken that class. Maybe you took it in your undergrad. So there are opportunities, but most of the time, so I mentioned that we have a career center at USC, and then we have an engineering specific career center. So the career center at USC is called Connect SC, and that's where you're going to find positions that are available to all USC students. And then we have the Viterbi Gateway, which is specifically for our engineering students. I would say that course producer positions probably won't be posted there. They could, but most likely it's going to be word of mouth from your department, or you asking a faculty member specifically if you can help in their class.
Okay. So, when you said that we'll get a notification about the same on the mail, is it the email ID that we've already provided for during the admission, or is it the new email ID like the USC email ID?
It should be your USC email only. Yeah, after you are a
Oh,
current student, you should no longer receive emails on your Gmail or other email. It should just be communication with your USC email.
okay. So as of now, we just have this USC email ID on the portal itself. Like we don't get any mail or as such anything on the USC mail ID, right? Like how do we check mails on that email ID? Because I don't think it has a password or something like that. Or is it the same password that we applied for the My USC portal?
I don't think so. I think it'll be different. So when you register your Net ID, after confirming that you will be a USC student, you should be guided through
Mhm.
the process to register your Net ID or your USC email address.
Yes, I do have a Net ID and I do have a USC email address. So yeah, that's what my question was. Like the Net ID and the USC ID's password is the same, right?
Yes, because it's the Duo login. So if you are having any kind of like IT trouble, you can go to our ITS webpage, our Information Technology Services webpage, and they should be able to help you out, maybe reset your password and get you all situated so that you're able to access your email. We use Outlook, so I think you can also go to outlook.usc.edu to access your emails. Gargi, do you have other advice?
I did share a link where you can activate your USC Net ID. Your Net ID is essentially going to be your is also going to be your email address. So netid@usc.edu, and the link that I've shared can be used to activate your email address. And if it's like resend the link, if it doesn't work out for you, you can always reach out to USC IT for this for more help.
Okay,
All
okay. Thank
right.
you.
Okay. And then someone's asking if they can commit and then gather and submit their financial documents. Yes, you can. So you do, when you commit, there is a deposit that you have to submit. But then if you, and I'm assuming that you're an international student gathering your financial documents for the Trojan International, you can submit that later. We advise you to submit and get it all together as soon as you can. But I believe the deadline is in July. So you have until then, but we recommend doing it much sooner.
Julie, you have a raised hand from Mohammed? Or you
Let me
dead?
see. Okay. Maybe that was the question. Oh, Mohammed, I see you.
Hey,
Mohammed, yeah,
can you hear me?
yes.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask about my visa situation. I have sent a message in the chat as well. I am on a visa. I've been living in the US for 3 years, and I'm still on visa, and I think I'll be considered international student, but I don't think I need I-20 from the university. So would I still submit the financial documents, or I'm still not clear on that?
Yeah, that's a good question that I don't really have the answer to. If anyone of and my teammates knows, please join. I actually think that you still would need to submit your financial documents, but you're right, it's the same, it would be the same I-20.
Could you repeat the question? I couldn't quite make it out.
I said I'm already in the US. I've been living here since 2020, and my visa lets me study full time at any university. I don't think I would need I-20 from USC. So would I still submit the financial documents, or no?
So my understanding on that is if you do not need an F1 visa in order to study here, you actually do not need to submit the financial documentation. But I would probably send an email to our to the USC admissions office. The form is in the chat. Just to confirm, let them know what visa you're on, just to make sure that that you'll be able to stay on that, because there are a lot of tricky things about visas and we don't want to give you the wrong information. But if you are on a visa that allows you to study in the US and you'll be able to stay on that for the whole time at USC, then I believe you don't need to submit the financial documentation. But again, do check with our USC admission office, because they actually are the experts on visa issues.
Yep,
Hi,
that's fair. Thank you so much.
Mohammed, I was the one that was chatting with you in there, about the J2 visa. So your spouse is on the J1 visa. I'm assuming that they're studying somewhere as well. They might have to provide proof of financial support for you, and it wouldn't be as much as they had to supply for themselves, but it's still expected that the person on the J1 visa has a specific amount of money. I hope that makes sense.
All right, all right, I'll look into that, because I was not sure if I have to do that or not. But I feel like I was told that if you're on J2, you can study full time on J2. You don't need sponsorship or I-20 from the university that you're going to study at.
Yeah, you should definitely meet with the international office about that, but your J1 person, which I guess would be your partner, or maybe I don't know who it is for you, but they would have to have some kind of financial support for you.
Okay,
Okay, good luck.
thank you.
I see another question. Can we have a profile or student gallery of students who have been admitted to find roommates? So we do not offer that information. There is a great Slack channel. So once you have been admitted and have access to the Slack channel, there are, listings there posted daily. So that's a great resource. Maybe talking to our ambassadors through that UniBuddy program is another way to kind of learn about housing opportunities that are in the area.
Julie, I would like to add to that. There are a lot of unofficial, which are not directly affiliated to USC or Vitovi School of Engineering Discord channels that are in place. While you might be in one of those, USC or Vitobi does not take any guarantee that those are real, but you most definitely can find roommates there. And I found my previous roommate there.
Great. We love hearing what has worked. I've also heard that Reddit is a good might be a good
I
place for.
know.
No,
Yeah.
okay. Don't go to Reddit.
No, I know. I recently
Oh, you know.
I recently got a lot of good information from Reddit. So Reddit is your place to go.
Oh, good. I was like, have I been steered in the wrong direction? Okay. Let's see. I think we're almost at time. I do see one. Okay, Gargi's on it. Wonderful. I'll let Gargi answer that one. But I just want to thank everyone on the call for coming and joining us. I hope that we've answered most of your questions and you feel more confident about making this decision that you have coming up. Congratulations again on your admission to USC and more specifically the Viterbi School of Engineering, and fight on.